Hi there, it's Lori. I wasn't sure this was working. My granddaughter colored this. Again, she only colors minimally. Like this was the most she like drew on something. That's more normal than the Spain thing. And then she had to add toothpicks. Sorry, not toothpicks, popsicle sticks. There was another one too. Or tongue depressors, I guess these really are because it's the wide ones. So that I could hold it up and display it. But yeah, she just colors parts of it. But I thought it was cute, so it can sit there. All right, today's story is directly related to my tackle-it. Tackle-it is another yarn. That's her concept. My tackle-it is whatever has urgent deadlines. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Guess what tackle-it? See if comment below if you remember. There's a tackle-it I still haven't finished. There's something I didn't do yet. I look at it every day. You all can't see it because it's over there. Anyway, my story is directly related to the making of this. I'm in love. This is so flippin' cute. You know, so my daughter asked me, could I make this? And I said, probably. And she wanted it in a little cauldron. This is the one for the Denver Botanic, I'll put a link, the Denver Botanic Gardens ghost tour. She wanted it on her desk. So, see this yarn here? Well, I was done with that yarn. So, I kind of hucked it over. I've got my desk, it's covered, but that's the whiteboard desk. And then I've got a work table over there, going that direction. So everything's that direction. Anyway, I hucked the yarn ball over there. Well, there's also a chair over there. The yarn ball bounced off the table and right onto Flynn, who was laying in that chair. He jumped up and then out of the chair. It was the most non-Garfield move I've seen in a long time from him. And I had to go give him hugs and tell him I was really sorry. Because I hit him with a big old ball of yarn because it was like a big skein. Like twice this size, okay? So one of the pounders, 1 pound. And then it pounded him. Sorry, kitty. He's okay. And he's forgiven me, and he's probably already forgotten because, what they say about orange cats. Anyway, so this was my tackle-it. I needed to get it done so I could take it to my other daughter because she lives by my younger daughter. It's my younger daughter, 28. Not young, but younger. I have an oldest and a youngest. I guess she's my youngest, but then I have the stepdaughters that are younger. Anyway, whatever. So I needed to get this done by, today is Monday. I needed to get it done before I went to babysit tomorrow morning. But I'm so happy with it. It's so cute. So this pattern will be linked below. The pattern that I used to make these ghosts, I used a 2 point, which one was it? It wasn't that one. It was a 2.5 millimeter hook and 4-weight yarn. The white is Big Twist value yarn. And then the green was one of the 1 pounders. Which one was it? Not the just 1 pound. It's not the Premier one. There you go. Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, but it's grass green is the colorway. I had her pick which green to make. I followed the pattern for the leaf, but then did something very differently with it to look like the Etsy posting. And the cauldron was a totally different pattern. This is a written pattern for those of you that like the written patterns as opposed to the video tutorials. And I only did eyes. I didn't do a mouth or anything because that would be consistent with the ghosts. That's why I did that. We just did eyes. And then again, I have one of these. Oh, where is it? I don't want to dig around too much because then everything will fall down. Everything's arranged semi-precariously, so I can't find it. It's all right. It's all right. It is what it is. So that is done. Oop. That's my new I'm very excited about this. Crochet knowledge, so it's got, so you can learn the stitches. Shows you the stitch, shows you the name of the stitch, shows you the abbreviation for the stitch, all US terms, and then the graph, if you were looking at a graph of it, what it would look like in the graph. So, love it. Anyway, there's a silicone coated wire that's pretty thick that's in here. If you want to see more about that, it's on my live. And I have a post about them somewhere way back. 6 months? No, maybe May or June. I'm so sorry. I apologize. There might, I don't know if there's a link in my Amazon affiliate links down below either, but anyway, so it's inspired by an Etsy pattern, but I did not follow the Etsy pattern. This leaf and the ghosts are technically from a written pattern that I will link. But I will link the Etsy pattern because I had to be pretty creative with this leaf. So this leaf is supposed to be 2 leaves, and then what I did is I sewed it together and kind of created a ridge there, and then pulled it together so it looked like the one in the Etsy posting. Because I didn't purchase the pattern, so I don't know what it is, but I will link that pattern. So if you want to have that specific pattern, especially because I was doing this pattern, this is a free written pattern, because she wanted the cauldron and not the plant pot. I have to keep messing with the wire to get the ghost to hang right. That was kind of, I'll turn it that way so you can see it. So you can see his little eyes. Anyway, so for this, I used a 5mm hook. 5mm hook for that. 2.5mm hook for the ghosts. I believe I used, sorry, 2.5 for the ghosts, 3.5 for the leaf. And like I said, there's a wire, and I just kind of did that thing where you loop the yarn around and pull it through around the wire. That I put all, like I said, it's a silicone wire, it's kind of thick. I put it all the way to the base. So it's also giving some stability, and like you saw me do, you can kind of bend it and make it go where it is, where it needs to be. I did end up using all the scrap from the rest of one of these balls of Just Yarn eggplant yarn. That's the color. I didn't choose to call it that. I call it Halloween purple. Anyway, so really happy with that. I did, if you saw my yarn management Monday, I did finish this next row. So now let's see how many rows. This is so pretty. This is Camille's Creations pattern. I was joking when I said, oh, maybe I can have that done by Tuesday. I was joking. I knew I couldn't. Anyway, that is my ripple blanket. So that's a whip. That's not a tackle-it, but I did need to get that row finished because I feel like something that size, there's no reason to leave it not finished. Finish your row. Takes less than 10 minutes. Somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes is my guess. Anyway, lesson today. First of all, you can adapt your patterns. Make it work. I could explain it, but again, if anybody is truly interested in how I adapted the pattern to do this, just comment below and I'll send you an email. I'm not going to make everybody sit through me blah, 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 blah. Anyway, okay. I'm in a little bit of an odd mood, I think. I'm really tired. I went to sleep late and then woke up way earlier than I should have for given when I fell asleep. And my phone is blowing up. Anyway. So if you want specific details, I will include all the inspiration patterns. This is directly the pattern. In the pattern, it is slime green because it's like a poison or whatever in the cauldron. And then this is black, like a traditional cauldron. But this, my daughter wanted eggplant purple, and she wanted brown like dirt, but it still has the bubbles. So this part is exactly like the pattern with even with the handles and everything. I think they look like ears or earrings. And then you have the leaf, which again is from the same pattern as the flowers that I turned into ghosts, but I adapted at the bottom of the flower to make it look like that. And then I did lots of adaptations on the leaf because I needed it to look different than it did, but I liked the pattern. And yeah, if you really need to know, let me know, or just go buy the Etsy pattern. It was only $4, but I was being a cheapskate. Sorry. Would love to support, but I will link it because this is cute as heck. And that pattern, you're not going to have some of the challenges I had because I didn't have that pattern. I probably would have finished faster if I had just bought the pattern, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I guess that's it. Tomorrow, probably Whips Wednesday. Yeah, probably Whip Wednesday. And I guess that's it.
That's what she said.
Okay, let y'all just enjoy that for a minute. I guess that's it. And then my phone commentary. Anyway, with that, thanks for coming in. And can I get an amen?